Welcome everyone, my name is Karolina Kołodziej and I am greatly honored to carry out an interview with an extraordinary person, biologist, pedagogue, journalist, author of many scientific works in the field of phytoremediation, and not only that, chairman of the Health Prevention Institute and Scientific Council of Duolife. Welcome, Doctor. Welcome. Please tell us about your passion. My passion is the study of the beauty and wisdom of nature, specifically to what the world is offering us. I travel often around the world, and maybe this will sound poetic, but the truth is, I've visited these cultures which have little contact with modern medicine. And as it turns out, by consuming what the forest gives them, and not having contact with the medicine products which pharmacy offers us, those people live much healthier. This is great and informative because in nature, all ingredients stimulate all self-healing mechanisms, and that's how we are built. The genius of our body is in general mysterious. The problem is that when humans first existed, plants were botanically clean. Animals, by eating it, gave us perfectly clean meat. Today what the world is offering us is everything heavily processed. Starting from fertilizers, steroids, which are given to animals for the growth of their muscle, also many different antibiotics are given to animals. They accumulate in our organism in the highest level of digestive transmission, and the consequences are that we suffer the most. And this is a misfortune of the world that we live in. Now, to try to balance or neutralize this, we need to reach to the source, natural source, to ecological cultivation and farming which is clean, and from there to obtain the produce which in modern terminology is not a medicine, but is something that is much more valuable because it stimulates self-healing mechanisms in our body. And I had an interest in this from an early age, not as a child, because when I was a child I was interested in the phenomenon of nature. I was brought up in beautiful Polish forest, which was great to see what nature can give. That inspiration and steps of my studying were getting to know the beauty of the nature. And today, when I learn more about it, I have more humility for nature's wisdom. Doctor, everyone knows that for our body to properly function, it needs not only air, water, or exercise, but also needs nutrients from foods, but unfortunately, because there is little amount of vitamins, minerals, or antioxidants, which is found in highly modified foods that we consume every day, how can we supplement right and choose the best products? And why should we choose Duolife products? Answering the first question, you said that everyone knows. You are a biotechnologist, so you know all of that. But an average person thinks that what is delicious and tempting should be healthy, but the reality is different. That's right. The idea or concept of supplementation is undervalued, and I have the impression that someone wants this idea to degrade. In Latin, supplementare means complete, and because the foods that are not natural and the foods are low in nutrients are incomplete, missing not only vitamins but also all exogenous amino acids and all microelements, which are the key in biotechnology process or metabolic process because they are coenzymes. For example, if the mineral chromium is missing, which we as humans need in small quantities, when insulin is synthesized in your body, it appears that you practically have diabetes, which in reality it isn't diabetes, it's just lack of those minerals. Therefore supplementation, clever and natural, is something obvious. The problem is that the European norm says that natural supplement can consist 38% of the ingredient concentration, which means the rest of the product is water. There is no need to be a specialist to understand that this is not going to help because it doesn't have the full nutrients that nature has offered us. So a product which is a natural supplement is a product that contains 100% of the natural ingredients as its composition. And this is the value in Duolife supplements, which thanks to the Duolife team who has been working on it several years. I don't need to say the exact years, but because my scientific work on phytoremediation subject was around 17 years, also to add there was an inspiration of the Chinese medicine. We also took wisdom and ideas from the best products, which have been awarded with 3 Nobel Prizes and have been composed in Duolife supplements, among others like Dr. Blobel, Dr. Ignaro or Dr. Sheckman. To specify, we decided to use an inspiration from the Chinese medicine, where it gathers biogenic substances, which are those that don't have any side effects. They work directly and the excess can be metabolized to restore energy, and there is nothing else better than that. If you read about a particular medicine, which I have nothing against, because they are needed in situations where the health condition is very bad, like for example sepsis, where 2 to 24 hours decide if the human survives or not. We concentrate on the very strong action of the factor here and check clinically if the side effects are worse from the illness which we are getting rid of by taking the medicine, as it would be very sad to put the human to death earlier. While the supplement will regenerate the natural self-defense mechanism in the body, because we just need to give it a chance really. Duolife supplement contents are 100% natural. In each bottle there is 13 plant extract ingredients which are carefully selected. But those ingredients that are in phytoremediation on the first place have huge and important meaning, as bacteria are reading and transmitting threats from the environment, and in an exchange for glucose, they are giving back to nature. So we consume fruit from those plants and consume meat from animals which were previously eating those plants, and we retrofit our organism in what was calculated in nature's wisdom and transfer of nutritional ingredients from nature. And this is, I would say, the best product on the worldwide market. Not only from the ingredients from Duolife, but also we have decided to separate body support for the day from what our body needs for metabolism process at night. At night, we need to calm the emotions, bind toxins after foods, because of the high preservatives we consume, often also using antibiotics, which are destroying pathogens, which always have side effects of destroying liver parenchyma, so we have to minimize it, and at the same time by strengthening hormonal regulation, boosting the dopamine level, because after good night's sleep it's important to boost the psychomotor mechanism to be able to function throughout the day, be happy and do everyday tasks. This is Duolife. I want to also say that all raw ingredients are coming from natural ecological farms, where from planting the seed and throughout the rest of the crop cultivation, there is no spraying of the crops, no artificial fertilizers used, and there is no fruit swapping, so everything is under high control. Production of Duolife supplements is using new technology called high pressure processing without any synthetic additives, chemicals, or thermal maintenance. The new technology is called pascalization, so in a split second pouring the product, which is 100% natural plant-based, which is 13 ingredients composition in each bottle, which is also a gigantic amount to synergize, is an additional difficulty to it. But coming back to pascalization technology process, in a split second the pressure increases up to 1000 bar, where in those circumstances bacteria and spores of fungi cannot withstand the pressure, so they are killed. So we have sterilized products with all nutritional value. Therefore, when we first open the product, we can drink it, but after, it should be kept in the fridge, because the temperature stabilizes it, which means bacteria or fungi can't grow, develop, and are unable to start the fermentation process. Doctor, please can you tell me if there are any contraindications of using Duolife supplements? There are no contraindications, and to make it clear, this product is made of 100% natural and adaptogenic ingredients, and it should complete and top up of what is missing in today's foods, even in organic foods, as there is not enough nutrients. I always give an example of Polish apples, which have very high opinion on the worldwide markets. But apples in 1960s had a high level of vitamin C. That means 3 or 4 apples would be enough of vitamin C for a child. Now, to give enough of vitamin C, a child needs to consume 6 kilograms of apples. That means that we started to use too many protective measures. For example, codling moth, scab, high amount of nitrogen compounds for the plants, potassium compounds for the plant to flourish. So you see for yourself what's happening now compared to many years ago. Nowadays products contain a small amount of vitamins, but also microelements, and that's why we need to use valuable, natural, fulfilling ingredients to top up what is missing. Factors affecting toxicity after vegetable preservatives, after too many antibiotics, after stress, because stress is a gigantic factor for our body. Also, we have to remember that our world isn't free from parasites. Candida albicans, which is a root bacteria of the large intestine that everyone can have, feeling gassy. And this is the evidence that the process against lactic acid has started. And in those occasions, drinking supplements, we will stabilize these processes, which are for our bodies inalienable, because the level of glutathione rises and automatically our immunity rises too. Please remember that our immunity is gigantic. 80% of our immunity is everything that depends from Peyer's patches, stimulated by glutathione, which is produced in the liver. And Duolife supplements guarantee the optimization of this factor, and in those occasions, bacteria, viruses, or toxic chemicals from air pollution, which could cause cancers, is not able to have negative effect on us. So can we ignore such great product? Doctor, I am currently expecting a child, and I wanted to ask, can pregnant women also use this product? And could a 1-year-old or 2-year-old child take it as well? I shall start from children. Children above 1 year old can take Duolife, but with the proportion to the weight of their body. I will define. If the average of an adult is 80 kilograms, children have metabolism that is twice as more efficient, so we weigh the child, and if it's, let's say, 20 kilograms, because in some ages they do, we divide 80 kilograms by 2, and it gives us 40. So it's half of the dose that is for an adult. If dose for an adult is the basic dose, everyone can take 25 milliliters per day and 25 milliliters per night of the Duolife product. And for children, it's half of the dose. Regarding women who are expecting a child, if they haven't had anything to do with supplementation before, then don't drink more than 10 milliliters, and this will guarantee the intestinal villi optimize absorption of all ingredients which were in foods earlier, because during the pregnancy the mother has to feed the baby and to contribute to the right development of the child. We have to bear in mind that the mechanism is a little bit slower, because children in first order satisfies everything that it genetically needs from the mother's body. And if the mother does not eat properly, then she is able to get rid of the minerals, which are very important factors and can cause an illness after giving birth. So mothers need to take care of their health during pregnancy or after when breastfeeding and caring for the child, and so should make sure to top up everything that's needed in the body. So 10 milliliters is to not surprise the body, but to change the environment first. So the 10 milliliters in this case would be the maximum. Although if a pregnant woman was using supplements before being pregnant, it's fine and safe to use the standard dose of 25 milliliters.
This is Maya Wojnowska Schilling. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this amazing documentary. This is the Golden Arch. Open your mind, open your heart, and open everything to the possibility of a much better health. These are the co-founders of Duolife. A very brief introduction. And please make better choices when you're eating. Please stop eating processed foods and eat healthier live foods and salads. Please accept my apologies. My name is Maya Marjana Wojnowska Schilling, and I am the owner of the website newgoldpill.com. I'm no stranger to shamanic rituals. I discovered Duolife, and I really would love for you to join Duolife today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye bye.